Hello, happy Thanksgiving, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander, and today I am joined by... Okay, nobody's unmuting. I'm joined by Brendoom Frazier, also known as Doom Guy, the Rhombuser, all that stuff. I'm joined by Lolykins, Zany Zanny, and, of course, Will MC. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Anyway, today is Thursday, also known as Thursday. Why do I keep wanting to say August? It's November 24th, 2022. My brain is just on August for whatever reason. Anyway, let's jump into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in the year 380, Theodosius I made his Adventus, or first formal entry into Constantinople. Alright. No idea who that is, but okay. And doing a significant time jump here into 1221, Battle of the Indus, Genghis Khan's Mongol force defeated Shah Jalal ad-Din's army, the last battle in Mongolian conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire. Alright, well, rip to them. We got a victory in battle here, 1542, the Battle of Solway Moss, English beat Scottish King James V. Well, poor Scots. Anyway, 1939, the first observation of transit of Venus by Jeremiah Horrocks and William Crabtree helped establish the size of the solar system. And a transit is when you observe a planet going across the surface of the sun in orbits from another planet. And there's actually sometime relatively soon, possibly within the period of us actually colonizing Mars, from Mars there will be a transit of Earth, from that... vantage point. So that's going to be cool if we get there. Anyway, we got a historic discovery here in 1642. Dutch explorer Abel Tasman discovered Van Diemen's Land, later Tasmania. Alright. And I wonder when you discovered it, some wild, creature ran up to him in a tornado. So anyway, 1655, English Lord Protector Oliver Cromwell banned Anglicans. Well, that's not nice. 1688, General Strategist John Churchill met William III. Okay. And 1800 even, naturalist Alexander von Humboldt and Amy Bompland departed Caracas for Cuba when they met fellow botanist John Fraser. Alright. Look at these people with their collars. And 1859, English naturalist Charles Darwin published On the Origin of Species, radically changing the view of evolution and laying the foundation for evolutionary biology. Wow. That is pretty intense. There's your chair. Oh, thank you. You might want to move the trash can, grab it by the back over there. That's better.
Well, don't stop the whole show.
Yeah. No, I'm just helping you set up. Anyway, we have a newcomer, not newcomer, but a new addition to today's episode.
The Golden Loon.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were just talking about Charles Darwin here. This is when he published On the Origin of Species. So, the whole thing about evolution and all that stuff. Yeah.
1859, okay.
Yeah, on this day. Or date. Anyway, 1905, photographer Alfred Stieglitz opened the little galleries of the Photo Secession in Manhattan, New York. Okay. No idea about that.
He could have taken a better photo.
I don't know if that's a photo or a painting. I really don't. It's
a
really good painting, though. But anyway, 1914, Benito Mussolini left Italy's Socialist Party. Huh. That's...
Well, that is kind of... interesting. I don't know what that means. Did he form his own party or what?
Well, the fascist party.
I'm just gonna throw spaghetti at him.
Just throw spaghetti at him. I agree. Anyway, 1925, Eugene O'Neill Theater, Coronet Forest, opened at 230 West 49th Street in New York City. Okay. That's cool. Got a film release here in 1933. Fred Astaire's first film, Dancing Lady, was released.
Yeah, The Dancer.
Yeah. His first film, Fred Astaire. That is a big name in entertainment and whatever.
Oh yeah.
So. And then we got some music history here. In 1936, Noel Coward's anthology Tonight at 8:30 premiered in New York City, running for 118 performances. That's pretty good. Yeah. But I keep saying, like, you know, like with the last name named Coward, you know, like, oh, come back here, you coward! Damn right I am. It's like, fuck. You know, you can't fight this guy. You know.
Change the emphasis. It's Noel.
Noel.
It's not Noel. It's Noel. I know.
Noel. Yeah. Or Noel. I don't know how to pronounce that E.
Noel is correct.
Noel.
Yeah.
Noel Coward. Yeah. Anyway.
Noel Coward.
1940, during the Blitz, Luftwaffe bombs Bristol Bay City Center, killing 200 people in the first German raid on the city. Yeah, during the Battle of Britain. So, yeah, they're trying to, like, Hitler will have to break us or lose the war. So, like he conquered practically all of Europe except for the British Isles.
Yeah.
You know,
what was unconquered in Greater Europe? Well, obviously Russia and the whole area up there.
Well, Spain was neutral, but they were being led by a fascist as well. Yeah. Italy, of course, you know,
part of the triangle.
And everything else just got taken over. You know, Belgium. Switzerland, though, like, they were fighting a winter war. No, it's not Switzerland. Norway was fighting a winter war with the Russians. So,
okay.
But they were on the. They did join the Axis powers just because of the, you know, like, if they didn't, they would have just been squashed.
Yeah.
So, and they actually did have a little bit of a role to play in Operation Barbarossa.
Didn't Sweden stay neutral?
Yeah, Sweden was neutral. Sweden is always neutral.
Yeah.
But that's because of their geography. You know, like, they're surrounded by those you know, mountains and everything.
Yeah.
And they have every vantage point covered. And even to this day, they still have all of their major infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, trains, you know, waterway, everything is rigged to explode if anybody tries to invade. Like, you try to screw Switzerland, they'll just, there is no Switzerland. You know, come and get us. So, but, you know, as I said, it's all about geography. Yeah. You know, so. Yeah. Anyway, we got a historic publication here in 1947. John Steinbeck's novella, The Pearl, was published. Alright. And moving on up here, sports history, 1957, Cleveland Browns fullback Jim Brown set club record for 237 yards rushing. That is a lot.
He is one of the all-time greatest running backs. I don't think he gets the credit that he really, the talent that he had. I mean, he gets plenty of credit, but...
Well, it says here he's a legend, so,
yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, he is a legend.
Yeah. I don't know. His head looks like a little too small for his body. Like,
he's got shoulder pads.
Yeah, yeah. I know. It just, but like the rest of his torso, like it looks like because the shoulders look like they match the torso, and then he has just like this little head, you know. So.
Well, he was a monster. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They couldn't bring him down.
No. Then 3 years later, in 1960, Philadelphia center Wilt Chamberlain pulled down NBA record 55 rebounds in Warriors 132 through 129 defeat to Boston Celtics at Philadelphia Civic Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He scored 100 points in one game, which everybody pretty well knows. 100 points.
Yeah.
And he averaged 1 year 50 points a game.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang. That's really good. In 1965, Marshal Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Ngambendu became president of Zaire. Did I just have a stroke? Like, that, for a second, I thought I was reading something about cricket. It's just like, oh god, weird
cricket
names.
Don't bring that up.
And then moving on up here, in 1966, the Beatles began recording sessions for their album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yeah.
Dang, look at all those people involved. It's pretty cool.
I don't know what that picture's all about, but yeah, that was a big album.
It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is the club band.
Oh, okay.
These are everybody involved in the club band.
Gotcha.
So one time or another, somebody's playing some kind of instrument for them. But then 1966, the cult classic 1 Million Years BC, starring Raquel Welch, was released first in West Germany. Huh. So...
released first in West Germany. Well, I didn't know that. This is a big smash hit here, obviously it was.
1 Million Years BC, I never heard of it.
Oh, she went around in a fur,
Like
whatever.
what she's wearing there looks a little bit like leopard print. Okay.
You know, just like almost like a bikini for a bikini or something.
So she was basically the alpha version of Lady Gaga.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess so.
I mean, like dressing weird. Lady Gaga literally showed up at some awards wearing a suit of raw meat, legitimately wearing raw meat.
But Raquel Welch was a big sex symbol name.
I don't know, that's way before my time, so. Anyway, we got a historic event here in 1972. Taoiseach Jack Lynch met with British Prime Minister Edward Heath in London to give Irish approval to Attlee's paper that said new arrangements should be acceptable to and acceptable by the Republic of Ireland. Well, that's only fair.
Yeah.
So
Jack Lynch was a mover and shaker in the business industry, big CEO and whatnot.
yeah, try to speak a little bit louder.
Okay.
Because the mic is picking you up, but it's flashing. So.
Flashing means what?
That
it's I'm handsome.
Well. No, it's just like it's having trouble picking you up because like you just a little bit more enunciation, not too much. So, but anyway, 1974, 24th NASCAR Sprint Cup, Richard Petty won. All right. We got a treaty of interest here in 1974. Gerald Ford and Leonid Brezhnev agreed to. It's Two-Face guy again. Agreed to a framework for the SALT or strategic atomic limitation treaty, I believe.
Yeah, atomic or atomic. It would be atomic, wouldn't it? Not arms.
SALT
is it
II
arms?
treaty.
Or is it arms? I've always said arms, but you might be right.
You're right. Strategic arms limitation talks. So you're right.
Okay.
So, oh wow, look at that. I like this picture here. Their pens are nuclear weapons. So, why is Russia's bigger? That's not good. I don't like that. Anyway, the SALT II treaty to reduce each side's number of nuclear weapons at the Valvedic summit. Yeah. So it is arms, but it's nuclear arms.
Yeah. That's why atomic made more sense when you said it, but I always said arms, so who knows?
But you know what?
Now we know.
But you know what? You can't hug your children with nuclear arms. No.
Oh, boo. Pick me up loud. Boo.
Yeah. 1970s.
Oh, but it would keep them warm at night.
Very good.
1976, Reds' Joe Morgan won his second straight National League MVP award. Nice. Yeah, like happy people. That's good. Like, take a picture of you smiling. Not like that one other baseball player who looks like he's about to stab you. So, you know what I'm talking about? That one guy who's like in his photo, like he's like.
I don't remember.
Anyway, 1979, Salem's Lot, a U.S. two-part miniseries based on the horror novel by the same name by Stephen King, concludes in the U.S. All right. And I see we have something really not good coming up here. 1979, Agent Orange in Vietnam.
Yeah.
We go about saying, oh, no more chemical warfare. And then what do? We do chemical warfare because we can, for some reason. Even though we don't allow other countries to do so. So hypocritical. Senate report proves U.S. troops in Vietnam were exposed to the toxic chemical defoliant Agent Orange. Yeah, that's not good. 1982, Orioles' Cal Ripken was named American League Rookie of the Year. All right. Then we got a historic publication in 1983, The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett, published by Colin Smythe in the UK. First book in the Discworld series. Pratchett? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Terry Pratchett.
Pratchett, okay, thank you. So published by Colin Smythe in the UK, first book in the Discworld series. All right. Then we got some sports history here. 1989, Sachin Tendulkar scored a Test cricket 50, aged 16 years, 214 days, a record.
Cricket.
There it is. We got the Grey Cup here. 1991, CFL Grey Cup. CFL.
Canadian football.
Thank you. Winnipeg Stadium, Toronto Argonauts defeated Calgary Stampeders 36-21. Argos under new ownership of LA Kings owner Bruce McNall.
McNall, I think.
McNall, yeah, now. One of those. Hockey player Wayne Gretzky and actor John Candy. Huh. John Candy. Oh. They went under ownership under these three people, so they were the owner. John Candy, huh? Okay. We got some more sports history in 1991. Monica Seles set female tennis record, winning prize money of $2,457,758 in 1 year. I wish I made that much. You know, that'd be...
Especially in 91?
Yeah.
She's the one that got stabbed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, the tennis player got stabbed. I was thinking about the ice hockey skater who got stabbed. Or did she got hit by a baseball bat or something?
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Anyway, moving on up here, in 1996, U.S. Pete Sampras won his third ATP Tour World Championship tennis title with a classic 3-6, 7-6, 7-6, 6-7, 6-4 victory over defending champion Boris Becker in Hanover, Germany. All right. In 1996 as well, CFL Grey Cup, Ivor, however you pronounce his name, Wynn Stadium, Hamilton. MVP Doug Flutie led Toronto Argonauts to 13th title, beat Edmonton Eskimos 43-37.
That's
Okay.
Canadian football.
Yeah. Now you're talking about soccer, right? What we would call soccer?
No. Football, like our football.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just the Canadian version of it. It's a little different. They have wider football field, a little longer. And there's different rules, but it's basically football. And Flutie was a big-time college quarterback and went up there and played.
Ah. Okay.
I think he played a little here and then went up there when he got cut.
1996 as well, German tennis star Steffi Graf retained her WTA Tour Championship with a 6-3, 4-6, 6-0, 4-6, 6-0 win over Martina Hingis at Madison Square Garden in New York City. I don't know why, but I really love rattling the numbers off like that. Like, I don't know, it's fun. 2005, Leader of the Opposition in the Canadian Parliament, Stephen Harper, introduced a motion of no confidence. The motion was passed on November 28th, leading to the dissolution of the 38th Canadian Parliament. Dang. That doesn't sound too good.
No.
Yeah, a little trouble happening in the home country there. 2007, we got an election of interest. Australians elected the Kevin Rudd-led centre-left Australian Labor Party at the federal election, ending the 11-year tenure of the John Howard-led centre-right Liberal National Coalition government, mate. So,
Did you add the mate for authenticity?
yes. I mean, like, you know, if you're going to talk like an Australian, you know, you got to say crikey or mate or, like, something about, you know, bloomin' onions. You know, or if you're going to be talking like a Canadian, you know, you're like, what's all that about? So, and then there's Chicago, just like, you know, hey, deep dish pizza, you know. Anyway, 2008, Chicago. Hey, I'm Bostoning here. Anyway, 2008, British singer, rapper, songwriter Craig David released his first greatest hits album. All right. More music awards here. 2013. The 41st American Music Awards, Taylor Swift and Justin Timberlake win. I haven't heard about Justin Timberlake in a while, so then again, I don't watch TV anymore. So, and here we go, good old helmet hair. 2013, German Red Bull driver Sebastian Vettel won season-ending Brazilian Grand Prix. His record 9th straight GP victory, record equaling 13th consecutive GP win, 4th straight World Drivers' Championship. Nice.
I wonder why they decided to give Red Bull a plug.
Oh, well, he's a Red Bull driver.
I understand that, but to insert it, they gave Red Bull a little bit of a plug. Kind of odd.
I guess so. I mean, there have been other articles like, you know, someone's a Mercedes driver. You know,
Okay.
like
Yeah. No, I get it.
yeah. I mean, like maybe legally, like his name has to be tied in with there. Like, you know, I don't know semantics. Like, oh, if you're gonna mention the person we own, you got to mention us too. You know, like.
You may be right. I can't see that, but who knows?
I mean, you know, everything's intertwined. So, and here we go. 2017, former Vice President Emerson Mnangagwa was sworn in as President of Zimbabwe, replacing Robert Mugabe's 30-year tenure. Yeah, like I don't really know much about this, but they wanted him out. So.
Well, if it replaces a pretty hard word when you're talking to politics.
And he was 30 years, so
Yeah.
that sounds like a dictator to me.
Yeah.
So, then let's jump on up in here to 2019. Just 3 years ago, Davis Cup Tennis Madrid, Rafael Nadal defeated Denis Shapovalov of Russia 6-3, 7-6 to give Spain an unassailable 2-0 lead and a 6th cup title, the first competition under new week-long format at one venue. All right. 2019 as well, former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg announced a late bid to be the U.S. Democratic presidential candidate. Oh, you remember those commercials? Like I'm Michael Bloomberg and I support this message or something. Like, he was flooding. It became a meme. Like, there was so much political campaign ads for this guy that everyone was like, okay, stop it. Like,
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember him, but yeah, it sounds right.
Well, it was 3 years ago, so,
Yeah.
you know, and,
Yeah.
and you were 73 at the time. So,
That math you can do, huh?
yeah, well, because it's easy. Easy like Sunday morning.
But yeah, I do remember him jumping in late and flooding the market, but I don't remember the commercial.
Yeah, no, the commercials, it was too much. There's, like, just multiple times where there were 3 to even 4 back-to-back. Like, the entire commercial block was just the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, he just, like, took the whole thing. And it was just like, Michael Bloomberg, fuck off. Like, speaking of people who needs to fuck off, 2020, Dow Jones Industrial Average closed above 30,000 points for the first time after formal transition to Joe Biden administration began. And it sounds like propaganda to me. Sounds like they're trying to word it strange to make this guy look like a hero, which he's not. So,
Well, that's the COVID thing.
Ah, okay. Yeah. But then, yeah, let's take this to 2021. Oh, here we go. 2021, at least 27 migrants drowned after their boat capsized in the English Channel trying to reach the UK. I remember this.
Yeah.
When that happened. That was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, just last year. So it's already been a year. And, well, thoughts and prayers for the families and whatnot. The usual internet thing. Oh, thoughts and prayers, huh? You know. Anyway, before we move on into births and deaths, were there any articles that grabbed anybody's attention more than most? Somebody just unmute, speak up, you know, or...
I'm going back in my mind. What's sticking out? I'm not quite sure.
Well, like
He said.
yeah, I was waiting for that. Well, like we were talking about, well, like there's the first observation of the transit of Venus, which is seeing Venus, you know, going across the surface of the sun. Yeah, before you showed up, yeah. But when you came up, the publication of Charles Darwin's The Origin of Species.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's right where I came in.
Yeah. Anyway, viewers, were there any articles that you wish we had elaborated on? Anything that you would have liked to add on? Start a comment section. Start a dialogue in the comment section. Anyway, let's move on into births. Are you gonna stick around?
Yeah, go for it for a bit. I'll be here a little bit.
All right, we have 1273. We have Alfonso, Earl of Chester, son of Edward I of England, died in 1284. Then we have Junipero Serra in 1713. Spanish missionary priest who founded the first missions in California, born in Petra, Majorca, dying in 1784. Wow.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he had something to do with San Juan Capistrano.
I don't know if that specifically, but obviously the El Camino Trail.
Yeah, El Camino Real?
Well,
trail.
yeah, it tied all the missions together up and down California.
Yeah. And see, a lot of people don't realize about the missions is that they are one day of a horse ride away from each other. So, you know, you go to a mission, you know, for whatever you're doing, you know, if you're a missionary, if you're like just traveling or whatever, there always is, you know, a place. It's like the first hotels. It's essentially the first hotels. There's always we'll keep the lights on, you know?
Yeah.
Like, type of situation. We have Zachary Taylor here, born on this date in 1784. He was the 12th U.S. president from 1849 through 50. Wow, that's short term. And a major general in the Mexican-American War, born in Barboursville, Virginia. He died in 1850, actually, so I wonder if he died in office.
Obviously
yeah,
he did.
He died in the White House of an unknown digestive ailment after reporting consuming copious amounts of raw fruit and ice milk. That's right! Zachary Taylor ate, fermented cherries and drank milk, and then he died. Like, there's actually, I have a picture of it. Zachary Taylor cherries. There's a picture, yeah, right here. Eating fermented cherries and drinking milk, and then he died. Like, somehow. I don't know. That's weird.
Well, don't know what. Did he have stomach cancer, which they didn't even know what that was at the time? Who knows?
How did Zach...
Well, they did. I mean, they don't really...
Stomach virus. Taylor died on the evening of July 9th after 4 days of suffering from symptoms that included severe cramping, diarrhea, nausea, and dehydration. Get this guy some Pepno. His personal physicians concluded that he had succumbed to cholera morbus, a bacterial infection of the small intestine.
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah. But the last thing he ate, what caused Taylor's death? Caused stomach disease. Okay, but it was something involving fermented cherries and milk. So.
Apparently it kept fermenting.
Yeah, not good. Anyway, we have Scott Joplin here in 1868. An American ragtime entertainer and composer, Maple Leaf Rag and the Entertainer. Da 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 da.
Oh.
That's the Entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that. Born in Texarkana, Texas. I know a couple people from there. He died in 1917. So, interesting. And Charles Lucky he was a forest, Luke. Charles Lucky Luciano, in 1896, an Italian-American gangster of the New York Mafia, born in Sicily, Italy. Mafioso. Oh, well, he has a prison thing there. You see his number tag?
Yeah, wasn't that lucky.
No, apparently not. Then we have, who else do we have? Oscar Robertson.
Ooh, yeah.
Still alive today, 84, happy birthday. 1938, a U.S. NBA guard, Cincinnati, Milwaukee, Olympic gold in 1960, born in Charlotte, Tennessee.
Yeah, not many people know about him, but he was unstoppable.
The name kind of familiar, Oscar Robertson.
The Big O.
The Big O. Not to be confused with Big O, the anime. The Megadeuce, which, spoiler alert, the entire thing was a dream. But, yeah, anyway. Then we got Pete Best, as opposed to Richard Worst. I don't know. What's the opposite of Pete? So,
I have no idea.
Etep. Anyway, 1941, British drummer from the Beatles, born in Madras, British India. Oh, so another Beatle. Huh.
And I don't remember his name, but I believe he's the original drummer of the Beatles. And then they canned him and picked up Ringo.
Let's see here. Pete Best. Yeah, you're right. He was known as the drummer. He was dismissed. That's true. Interesting. But then we have Ted Bundy. Oh, wow. 1946, a U.S. serial killer of up to 100 women during the 1970s, born in Burlington, Vermont, died thankfully in 1989. So,
wasn't Ted Bundy the name for the guy on? I'm forgetting the name of the sitcom.
Wasn't
his name
something Bundy?
Yeah.
Al Bundy?
Al Bundy, okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Married with Children, right?
Married with Children, there you go. Yeah, it was Al Bundy. Thank goodness it wasn't Ted Bundy.
Well, he's the guy with the wisecracks, right?
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Well, I'd say it to your face, but, my car only has half a tank of gas, or whatever.
I have no idea what that means.
Because he worked in a shoe store in a mall, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, well, I've seen clips. Again, he made wisecracks at fat ladies, all the time. And
he's kind of crude, yeah.
Yeah, and man, we need him today. But he made a fat joke to an overweight lady once. She's like, "How dare you say that to my face?" He said, "Well, I'd say it to your back, but my car only has half a tank of gas."
Now that makes more sense.
Yeah.
See, out of context, the first time you said it made no sense.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up here. Ian Botham, 1955, England cricket captain.
Cricket.
Thank you. All-rounder, 102 tests, 5,200 runs, 383 wickets. Wicket! Born in Heswall, England.
Why was he born?
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with him being born. I just have a problem with cricket. Because, why does cricket exist? So.
Botham. It's Gotham's enemy, Botham.
Botham. Huh. We got Todd Beamer, 1968. A U.S. passenger and hero on United Airlines Flight 93, born in Flint, Michigan. Oh. So,
he's the one that said, "Let's roll," and they attacked the...
So that's why you said that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Beamer like a BMW. It's like you're making a car joke.
No.
So, okay, now I understand.
And it died... They just dove it into the field, the hijackers. It saved a lot of lives wherever it was going.
I think it was heading towards the Capitol.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
Because they hit the Twin Towers, and they hit the Pentagon, and I can already feel everybody being like, "Oh, conspiracy." Believe me, I am very well aware of the conspiracies, and I'm a subscriber to many. So, but we all know that jet beams can't melt steel fuel. So, yeah. Anyway, we have Katherine Heigl, 1978, a U.S. actress, Izzy Stevens' Grey's Anatomy, knocked up, and model, born in Washington, D.C. Huh. All right. And moving on up into deaths, starting us off in 654, we have Emperor Kotoku of Japan. That's about it. Born in 596. Then we have Joseph Brant, 1743 to 1807. Mohawk military and political leader who led Mohawk and colonial loyalists during the American Revolutionary War. Brant's volunteers died at the age of 64. Huh, so we had some natives fighting alongside us to boot those Brits out. So we got William Lamb, died on this date in 1848. Was the second Viscount Melbourne, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom for the Whig Party from 1834, and then 1835 to 1841, died at the age of 69. Huh. Then we have Georges Clemenceau, 1929, a Prime Minister of France, Radical Socialist Party, I don't like the sound of that, 1906 through 1909 and 1917 through 20, who defeated Dreyfus, or defended Dreyfus, died at the age of 88, the Dreyfus Affair, yes. Mm-hmm. You familiar with the Dreyfus Affair?
I am somewhat. Go ahead, though.
Well, let's see here. Let's just Dreyfus Affair. I know I didn't. Yeah, here we go. The Dreyfus Affair was a political scandal that divided the French Third Republic from 1894 until its resolution in 1906. So 12 years.
It's a long time.
And it's all about, like, this one guy. It has something to do with the reason why, like, he was Jewish. So there's a whole bunch of, like, Jewish stuff going on about it and a lot of stuff. I don't know the exact semantics. But I'm going to add this link into the underbar here. Not the first time I've done this, as you can see. It's a purple link, so I've clicked it. But it is an interesting topic. Anyway, we have Diego Rivera, 1957, a Mexican painter, N.L. Arsenal, and husband of Fido Kahlo, died at the age of 70. But what is this artwork? N.L. Arsenal. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Looks like some kind of revolution of the Soviet style because I see a hammer and sickle. And I see guns. I see tactical vests. People are getting ready for a conflict here in this artwork. So I wonder what this is something to do. Was there a communist revolution in Mexico?
I don't know their history.
I don't either.
Honestly don't.
I do know that they did have a civil war, like some point in. Well, I think I don't know. There was well, they've had several civil wars. So, Lee Harvey Oswald died on this date in 1963. A U.S. assassin shot dead 2 days after he killed JFK by nightclub owner Jack Ruby live on TV at the age of 24.
I remember that well.
Yep.
Like it was yesterday.
Yeah, you were like that was your time.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, we have Freddie Mercury. Oh, that's right. A couple days ago, or yesterday, announced that he had AIDS. 1991, a British singer-songwriter, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, died of AIDS at the age of 45. That is a tragedy. So, yeah. And then we have Warren Spahn, 2003, a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher, 17-time Major League Baseball All-Star, World Series of 1957, Cy Young Award of 1957, 8 times National League wins leader, Boston, Milwaukee Braves, died at the age of 82.
Okay, he's too great of a pitcher. Warren Spahn. Got to get his name right.
Warren Spahn, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He was a great one, so we'll give him the proper credit.
Yes.
I mean, all these names, I don't know how you get half of them right.
Yeah, I don't either. But then I'll just take this one here. 2021. Last year we have Frank Burrows, a Scottish soccer defender. Swindon Town, 297 games. And manager, Portsmouth, Cardiff, and Swansea. Died at the age of 77. And that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Please go to our Rumble and BitChutes for reasons that I've explained multiple times in the past. Anyway, for your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Any other time zones, you can do the math yourself. Although it was what 7 in Germany, Will, you said? Is 10 our time is 7 your time, right? Somewhere around there, I think. Because Will is out in Germany.
Oh.
So, to this guy here.
Okay.
So, Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander, and I was joined by,
Golden Loon.
as well as Brendoom Fraser, Lodikin, Xanithos, and, of course, Will. Thank you all for watching, and until you catch us tomorrow, and we will not be having a new show today because Thanksgiving, so until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles!